Auburn Tigers.
Touchdown, Auburn!
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Off to the inside, intercepted Alabama. Touchdown,
And everything college and high school sports. Now, let's join Andy, Brett, Randy, and Luke for this edition of Sports Blitz Live.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday evening. Welcome into this, the latest edition of Sports Blitz Live. I am Andy Graham alongside Luke Robinson. We'll be with you for the next couple of hours, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of sports at long last. It is game week, college football. We had a little college football this weekend. Yeah, I mean, it was actually a good game, entertaining.
I thought it was a great shoot. The Stanford-Hawaii game was good.
It was good.
I mean, I messed around and watched it because it was two not very good teams.
I did not.
But well, it was just on.
How bad is Stanford these days?
Oh, Stanford's not going to win a game.
No, they're bad.
It is amazing because I was talking to Jimmy Stein, who does Locked On Bama with me, and I said, remember when Stanford used to have – they'd have like 3 or 4 wide receivers who were 6'6", could jump out of the gym because they were volleyball players. And they loved to just throw it up and, frisbee catching dogs. And I said, Sedarian Morgan, who's at Benjamin Russell, reminded me of them, except a lot bigger, like stronger. Because Sedarian Morgan looks like a linebacker, but he plays wide receiver. And then I saw one of other Alabama commitment that looked like a tall dude that looked like that. But Stanford has nobody. They look like they play with actual volleyball players now. Like, not guys who did play volleyball, like actual play. It's really bad. They did something really well. Like, they had a sack that would have really helped win the game for them. And the Stanford guy taunted. I was like, that's the one thing you would think Stanford would never do. Like, they'd taunt you when they buy your business, for pennies on the dollar and ruin your family line. But they would not taunt you in football. And he got a flag for football, gave Hawaii an automatic first down.
Yeah. Stanford ain't what she used to be, let's just say.
Well,
now an HCC team, correct?
Well, I was going to say, now that they have to fly, I mean, Hawaii is is closer than some of the other games they probably play.
That's true. That's oddly, sadly, crazily true for sure. All right, again, Kansas State and Iowa State out in Ireland. Shocker, it rained, and it was a sloppy mess, which you would expect. Do they not have domes in Ireland? I mean, come on.
I'm going to tell you, I loved the grass. The grass reminds me, I've gone to Columbus, Ohio a lot because I had 3 kids that were there for a while, and man, I just love Columbus, Ohio, like their turf. Not the actual stadium, because I think they use that artificial stuff at Columbus in the Ohio State Stadium. But like just the grass, just out and about. And it's thick and it's lush. And I'm like, yeah, you probably run a little slower in it, but it cushions you a little bit when you fall. But they got to do something about the paint. The grass was great.
You couldn't even see the lines when the game began, much less when it was halfway through.
Well, there was no way that you could tell, where am I? It's very difficult to tell. I thought Kansas State got hosed a little bit with a really bad spot, and then I thought they also confirmed the really bad spot, which I thought was even worse.
Well, it's no confirm, or it's just upheld.
Yeah.
It's upheld.
So, but it was good to have football back. I mean, the high school stuff was great. I got to call a game on Friday night, Maplesville and Fife, and unbelievably, 1A Maplesville took it to 3A Fife, who is a perennial power. I have no doubt Fife will bounce back. Maplesville's got a team full of dudes, especially for 1A.
They did look quite well. There were, a lot of down in Mobile. I mean, there were 2 games. I was St. Paul's and UMS Wright. I think there was 2 games down there. One went, scored like with 3 seconds left, went for 2 and got it and won. The other one went to overtime, scored, went for 2 and got it. And they both won 29-28.
Wow, that's odd. Yeah.
It was odd, but crazy for that opening night like that. And nobody won around here, it didn't seem.
No.
But that's okay. I mean, have some.
I'll tell you, though,
occasionally.
Benjamin Russell's going to be a tough out for anybody. Once they get their footing under them,
Once they don't have 20 penalties, they'll be good.
that'll help. And also, I don't think Sedarian Morgan touched the ball in the fourth quarter, and that has to change. I don't care if it's a receiver screen. I don't care if you hand him the ball. I don't care what you do. He is the best playmaker on the field every night he plays. You've got to let him touch the ball. But again, Opelika 7A, BRHS 6A, and it's not like it can't happen, 6A beating 7A. But Opelika is a really good program too. And I mean, they have, annually they just put a bunch of dudes on the field. So I think Benjamin Russell showed themselves very well. It was a lot of pride that Benjamin Russell took a large contingent down there, and I think the Opelika staff or somebody associated with Opelika put something on social media saying, hey, the folks that were here from Benjamin Russell, they cleaned up their area when they were done. Now, that's just kind of unheard of. Now, I just thought that was super cool, and it was a testament to the people that went to the game, and so they should be proud of themselves, and but if you do something like that, you're probably not proud of yourself. You're probably just like, that's the right thing to do. Yeah. That's the irony of it,
Well,
you'd only be proud of yourself if you normally trash the place.
We may not beat you, but we'll clean up our trash.
Yeah.
There's worse things to be known for sure. Okay, due to some unforeseen circumstances, the last couple of weeks we have had to miss on Tuesday night for various reasons. But so we are a little behind. We're going to try to catch up because really there's no more time. So we're going to quickly look at LSU, South Carolina, Auburn, and Alabama. All tonight. We've got a jam-packed show for you, and it is befitting of game week. We'll get to that as much as we can. We also had a mayoral and city council election here in Alexander City. We will, if we get updates from that, we will pass them along to you out there as that becomes relevant. All right. We'll do some predictions at the end. There's some really great games. I said today, or I wrote in my article this week, Labor Day, my favorite holiday.
What?
You cannot get any better than this. It is 5 straight days of college football, and not just that, but high-level college football.
Yeah, I get that. But it's not – Labor Day is not your favorite holiday.
Labor Day is my favorite holiday.
But the holiday is only one day, and it's Monday, and it's TCU North Kakalaki.
It is 5-day weekend.
All right, whatever.
This is the greatest day ever. The greatest 5-day weekend ever. I see where you're coming from, but I won't take that away from you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for allowing me that.
I'm going to allow you to have your own opinion this time.
This time. All right. So let's just start with LSU, and we might carry this over to the next segment. But the LSU Tigers, Brian Kelly, this is year 4 for Mr. Kelly. They open up at Clemson this year, have not won an opener since Brian Kelly has been in Baton Rouge. Hasn't done a bad job. 10 wins in 2022, 10 wins in 2023, 9 wins last year. They have been contenders. They have been in a lot of games. But is that enough for Brian Kelly at this point?
He's also lost, 6 openers in a row, or this would be the 6th opener in a row, going back to his Notre Dame days. And it's a tough ask. I mean, you're going into Clemson. Some people think they can win the national championship. They got Cade Klubnik. They've got Peter Woods and T.J. Parker, 2 guys from right here in Alabama. And Clemson knows how to win at that place typically. So I would predict Clemson to win that game. And if you're an LSU fan, you got to be like, geez, I mean, we got to win one of these, right?
You would think.
If LSU does win, Katie bar the door. I think they can make a good run. If they lose, I think it's going to hurt them in the sense that, their schedule, I looked at it, it looks worse with this law if they lose this. If they win it, and I'm going to tell you let me look at the schedule really quickly. So they're at Clemson. Let's say they win it. All of a sudden, this sounds more manageable. Louisiana Tech at home, Florida at home, Southeast Louisiana, and at Ole Miss. That sounds very, very manageable. But if you lose it, you've got a Florida team at home, and now I can make a case. Okay, you got DJ Lagway coming in, and you got a
Florida beats Miami.
You got a rejuvenated Florida squad from last year who was hot as a firecracker, and you got to go to Ole Miss, who really, for all intents and purposes, should have won the game in LSU last year. They flubbed it, and now you got to play them at their place. I mean, I just feel like this Clemson game is so vitally important. And then they get a bye week, which, you know, that works out. Then they have South Carolina at home. Again, you got Lenoris Sellers coming in. Some people, I mean, he was tagged the first team All-SEC quarterback at Media Days. At Vandy, we know that's no gimme. Lord knows Alabama and Auburn know Vandy's no gimme.
This is true.
And A&M at home, who could be very, very good. So, I think that a lot hinges on this Clemson game for them. Because I don't see them going through the rest of that schedule with only one loss. They still got at Bama and at Oklahoma later on in the year. And so if you lose Clemson, and let's say you lose Ole Miss and Bama even, I mean, I'm being sort of optimistic if they lose that Clemson game and those are only two other losses, they're not getting in. You're not getting in with that. I mean, you'll get some credit for having played Clemson, but you would have lost an opportunity to beat an Ole Miss team. You would have lost an opportunity to beat an Alabama team. And then, you know, I'm just saying Florida's better. I don't think they're a playoff team. And same with A&M and probably same with Oklahoma. So even if you get those wins, I don't think it's all that sexy.
A lot has been made about the health of Garrett Nussmeier. Apparently he's got an old man knee. Arthritis or whatever, you could relate, Luke?
Oh, boy, I can relate.
So what happened? What do they have behind Garrett Nussmeier? Do you even know?
Boy, I hadn't even thought about that. I'm going to tell you what's interesting. They had Bryce Underwood, who's at Michigan now. Mm-hmm. He was going to LSU, had been committed to LSU for a long time. Number 1 or number 2 quarterback in the country last year, depending on which service you looked at. And that could have been – okay, everybody would be like, hey, I'm not worried about it. Lose Nussmeier, we get Superman back there. Well, now they don't have Superman back there anymore. So I think that's very interesting. You also got – I think you got 2 great wide receivers in Barry and Brown and Nick Anderson who've transferred in, but, again, they transferred in. When we talk about Alabama and Florida State, I'll talk about how, you know, we can talk about getting all the good transfers you want, but you have to have some chemistry with those transfers. And that's where I think – you know, using the transfer portal too much can be a problem for some teams. But, boy, if something were to happen to him, and look, let's call it like we see it, Clemson's going to get after him Saturday night. I mean, they got Woods and Parker back there, and they always have good linebackers. So, I mean, they're probably going to blitz him a pretty good bit, and LSU's offensive line was a sieve last year. So I think that, Garrett Nussmeier's going to spend some time on the ground.
2017, Auburn rolled up into Clemson in week 2 and had about 9 sacks and about 14 tackles for loss against. So, yes, Clemson will get after you in that stadium for sure. We got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We are just getting started. Don't go. We'll be back with more right after this. I already said it. Don't go anywhere.
He told you not to go anywhere.
Sportz Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama is home-owned and home-operated. If you're looking for tires, they have it. If you're looking for a vehicle, they have them. Great selection. Always out looking for more just for you, the customer. And if you're looking for service, whether you buy the vehicle from them or whether you buy the vehicle somewhere else, they do service work and got a great crew there. Keep us in mind. Don't you go by Sportz Auto Sales on Highway 280 in Kellyton today.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Here at Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, we value what truly makes a home a home. And that's why we're proud to offer America's #1 brand of siding and exterior products. James Hardie creates possibilities with an array of colors and textures. We offer the full line of James Hardie products, from Hardie plank to artisan siding and everything in between, giving you, our customer, options to have the best. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Castelluccio Fine Italian Dining in downtown Alexander City is rapidly becoming the region standard for Italian cuisine, as well as hand-cut filet mignon, fresh Gulf seafood, and the area's best Italian import wine selection. We offer true old-world charm with unmatched hospitality. Like Castelluccio Fine Dining on Facebook to keep up with daily lunch and dinner specials. Also new, we offer catering for your family and small business, so call and order. Castelluccio, downtown Alexander City, where the only thing that rivals the flavor is the dining experience.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
I'm Karen Chanel, your State Farm agent in Alexander City, Alabama, and the greater Lake Martin area. I want to talk to you a little bit today about your discounts. How many of you are entitled to discounts that you may or may not be receiving? One of the easiest discounts on your homeowner's insurance is that of having a fire extinguisher. Coupled with a deadbolt lock and a smoke alarm, that gives you an automatic discount on your homeowner's policy.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you, just getting started on tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every Tuesday evening by JR Sports Bar and Grill. Wonderful place to have lunch or dinner in downtown Alexander City. Great food, great atmosphere, great people there at JR's Sports Bar and Grill. I will go ahead and pass that along. The absentee ballot, the long-awaited absentee ballots are in. Woody Baird, 62 votes. Buffy Colvin, 57 votes. And Mike Dinsmore, 43 votes. The absentee ballot. So
it's already a tight race.
All 160 of those people, for whatever reason, were not able to cast that vote today. Maybe voted.
Oh, boy, that's some dedication, though. Like, I'm going to be out of town during the local elections.
No absentee ballots for the city council. But anyway, okay, so that's just absentee ballots. Those are ballots not cast today. Baird 62, Colvin 57, Dinsmore 43. So there you go. I'll pass along the rest when we get them as the night progresses. Okay, Luke. Anything more about LSU? Again, here's just something interesting. Well, I'll get to that when we get to Auburn. That's you look at the numbers and now kind of look similar, but what separates a team? What makes a team, win 10 or 11 games as opposed to 6 or 7 games? Interesting.
What is interesting to me is that LSU starts with 4 straight night games, 6:30, 6:30, 6:30, 6:45. And 3 of them are at home.
I've heard that Death Valley is a difficult place to play at night.
I mean, it's not for us.
It depends on who you are.
Yeah. But I've been there at night. It's a thing. It's really loud. There is no doubt about it. But here's the other thing. If you get up by 2 scores on LSU,
they gone.
It's thanks for shopping.
Yeah.
And again, I understand that. I don't stay for a bad movie. If I know the movie sucks, 15 minutes in, I'm out of there.
I've never left a movie that I paid money to go see.
I'd pay to get out some of the movies I've been to.
Now, granted, I don't pay to go see a lot of bad movies.
Well, we had a bad run there for a while.
What's the last movie?
Time Bandits.
That was like 1980,
and
85.
And I was young, and my mom was with me, and I said, "This is awful." She said, "I agree. Let's get out of here." We left. Took our popcorn and we buried.
You realize that's
ended.
like a cult classic now, right?
It doesn't matter. So is Troll 2. This is the worst movie ever made. By our own George Hardy was in it.
That's just true. I've seen it. It's actually quite humorous. But anyway, I know it's not meant to be humorous, but nonetheless. All right, any final thoughts on LSU? You got a prediction on a record for LSU?
Oof, yeah, I'm going to say 9-3. I think that's actually I'm going to go 8-4. I'm going to go 8-4.
8-4.
Yeah. Look, his injury worries me. Nussmeier's injury worries me. I feel like you start out with an L. I feel like this whole experiment with this coach is going to be. It's not going to end well. You know, I don't think he's going to be able to get them over the hump. I think he had it easier. Now he's making more money at LSU, but I think he had it easier at Notre Dame, especially in a 12-team playoff scenario where they create their own schedule and they don't have to worry about conference tie-ins and being compared to somebody else in their own conference. And I feel like that's going to be the irony of it is Notre Dame may end up in the playoffs more than LSU does for the foreseeable future.
Well, Brian Kelly at Notre Dame is kind of like, Trump at the State of the Union. We say, with the academic standards and everything, you just can't – Notre Dame will never really be able to truly compete with the highest level. And Marcus Freeman said, no, they just need a new coach. Mm-hmm. So Brian Kelly, we'll see what happens with LSU, but I'm with you. He comes from such a good family, but I don't know if it's going to work out.
It was that it started out so poorly right then and there.
That's true. All right, South Carolina. We'll move on. Again, we'll carry this over. But the Gamecocks, they 9-4 last year. Shane Beamer done a pretty good job there. Has gone 7-6, 8-5, 5-7, 9-4. This is year 5 for him. Now, I keep looking at South Carolina, and they got according to the media, the number 1 quarterback in the SEC. A lot of people think they have the best pass rusher in the SEC.
Yeah.
They have a good defense. They have a good offense. They've got a really good quarterback. The schedule is manageable, but there's one thing, Luke, that I look at, and it's like it zaps me back into reality so hard that I almost fall out of my chair.
Can I guess?
Please.
They're South Carolina?
Mike Shula is the OC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that goes without saying.
And every time I read that, I go, yeah, I can't pick them to win anything.
That's going to have.
But I mean,
that's going to have all the excitement of picking lint off your coats. I mean, he is. Hey, maybe
he's the joy killer, right?
Oh, he's just. And I want to love him so much. You know what? I'd wish. I wish Auburn had hired Cadillac Williams, and he had sort of middled about the way Mike Shula middled, if you want to lower to
middled.
Well, I mean, lower to middle. 05 was, I'm going to tell you what, in 05, if Alabama could have beaten that LSU squad, it's crazy. Well, and they also lost Tyrone Protho, which hurt a lot. But, it's funny. 05 just, like, it showed me he's just never going to get over the hump. I mean, like, it was right there for the picking, and he couldn't do it. Anyway. What the hell were you talking about?
South Carolina.
Oh, but no, I was going to say that it's just South Carolina. I mean, like, I can't go against South Carolina. I mean, go with South Carolina. I can't buy all the way in until they un-South Carolina themselves. And you go, well, Luke, they had 3 straight seasons of 11 wins back when Spurrier was there. That's the anomaly. That was the asterisk and all that. They had Steve Spurrier there. And now it makes total sense. They also had Steve Spurrier, and Florida was sort of in the dumps a little bit at the same time. Now, South Carolina's back to where they are. They're just like lower portion of the SEC.
I always have to qualify this, though. When somebody says You know, they won 11 games 3 years in a row. They didn't make it to the SEC title game in any of those years.
Yeah.
The 1 year they went, they won 9 games. That's just so weird.
That is weird.
But that is South Carolina.
But, you know, I feel like I look at their schedule, but they open up with Virginia Tech at home, who I think just lost a linebacker for the rest of the year. I think they'll win that game. I hope they do. I mean, that's
if they don't win that game, it's going to be a long year.
It's going to be a long year. All right, then South Kakalaki State at home, Vandy at home, at Missouri.
They should be 4-0. I believe they should be 4-0.
At Missouri's going to be tricky. Going to be really, really tricky. Then Kentucky at home. I think Kentucky is mailing it.
That's 5-0.
All right, you say 5-0. I can buy that. Here's the problem. You have a bye week.
It gets.
You're celebrating 5-0.
Yeah.
Then you're at LSU, Oklahoma at home, Bama at home, Ole Miss at home.
No, Ole Miss on the road.
Ole Miss on the road. Excuse me. And then you have a bye, and you're at Texas A&M.
Coastal's not a gimme, but I mean it.
Well, Coastal's not a gimme, and then they've got Clemson. So I think in that first 5-game stretch, I'm going to say they lose one. The reason I say they lose one, they're South Carolina. The same reason they lost 27-3 at home to Ole Miss last year. The same reason they should have beaten LSU. There's no doubt. They had the game won. LSU was the beneficiary of some terrible officiating. There's no doubt. And if that defensive touchdown had been able to count, which it should have, I think South Carolina wins that game.
Was that the game that the quarterback got hurt?
Yeah, Nussmeier. He hit Nussmeier.
Not Nussmeier, the kid from South Carolina.
I don't know if he got hurt in that game or not.
He got knocked out of one game, didn't he?
But Nussmeier got hit, and they said it was excessive, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Well, not according to him.
I know, regardless, you see what I'm saying? That's just South Carolina. That's the albatross around their neck. Something weird's always going to happen to South Carolina because they're South Carolina. I would love for South Carolina to be good. I really would. I want them to beat everybody on their schedule except us. But I just feel like Shane Beamer's not the kind of coach who's going to go to the SEC title game. I think you need a transcendent coach to bring South Carolina to the SEC title game.
All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll run down South Carolina's schedule again. Well, you just did that, so maybe we'll just move on. Why not? Don't go anywhere.
You got a real grip on this show tonight.
I'm seriously. I just woke up. We'll be back with more right after this.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Banner Building Summer Sale is happening right now. No money down, no payments for 90 days, plus 12 months with zero interest now through August 31st on all portable wood and aluminum sheds, carports, garages, and barns built on site or delivered during the summer sales event happening right now at Banner Buildings, 4011 Warm Springs Road in Columbus, or online at bannerbuildingsga.com. Better buildings, better prices, Banner Buildings of Columbus.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Just 30 minutes into tonight's program. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every Tuesday evening by Sunshine Heating and Air. Boy, it was lovely today, Luke. This is right up your alley.
Man, this is.
I don't think it got over like 81 today.
I'm down with the weather. Like
now, it may be, I'm sure it's just a blip on the radar, but still, though, I got to admit, it was right nice. So maybe we'll have a couple more days of this. We'll see. But nonetheless, Sunshine Heating and Air for all your heating and cooling needs. Give Kevin Keel and his crew a call. They are absolutely professional, wonderful to work with. They'll help you out with all your needs. Sunshine Heating and Air. Okay, District 1 council seat right now with, I guess this is, says only 2 precincts reporting for the mayor's race. I'm assuming that maybe that is the same with the council, but Tapley is ahead 341 to Forbes is 51 in District Council 1, District 1. District 5, Tuck is up 293, Rodman 186. The mayor's race currently, with only 2 precincts reporting, Colvin 402, Baird 397, Dinsmore 234.
Wow. Are you a little surprised?
I'm a little surprised. But I mean, it's only two precincts reporting, so I don't know.
And you don't know which
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many precincts
I didn't know we
there
had a
are.
bunch of precincts.
Yeah. How many precincts do we have? I'm being told they don't know. Oh, so okay.
Sorry. We're just getting this. We don't know.
Yeah. We'll again keep those updates coming. If you got any questions, don't call us because we don't know. Okay. You got any thoughts on a final record for the Gamecocks?
Oh, well, let's look. I mean, 7-5 sort of stands out because I think they'll lose one of those first 5.
Okay, so you got LSU at 8-4.
Yeah.
You got South Carolina now.
And I mean, I think South Carolina, of LSU, Oklahoma, Bama, Ole Miss.
Let's say if they start out 5-0.
I think they could go 0-4. But I think 1-3 is probably more likely. And then I think they lose one of Clemson and Texas A&M. There's my 7-5.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's about spot on, I think. So I don't really have any arguments with that. We did our order of finish, SEC order of finish, the other day, or last week. So if you would like to update yours or make one final one, you're welcome to do that. We can do that tonight, or we can do that.
Nah, I'm good.
You can do that in your leisure time.
I'm good.
Okay, just stick with it. Who do you think wins the SEC then? Who plays in the SEC title game, number 1?
I said Alabama and Georgia, I believe.
I believe you did.
And, I mean, boy, I'll probably go with Alabama. I'm going to tell you, I feel more confident about Alabama of those two than I do Georgia. Georgia and the quarterback situation worries me. And the fact that they've just never had a good passing game. Mm-hmm. Like, I say never. They hadn't had one in a while.
Yeah.
And I think you've got to pass to be really good now. And you've got to be able to at least have that threat. And I just don't know if Gunnar Stockton can or not. I just don't have any faith in him. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm just saying I don't have the faith in him. and I don't have the faith in their wide receivers necessarily. You know,
very small sample size, but everything that I've seen of Gunnar Stockton, tough as nails.
Yeah.
Tough kid, but I was not impressed at all.
Yeah.
Overall with him pushing the ball down the field.
Yep.
And I don't know. I mean, Georgia did not actually have a very good running game last year. So, you know, if that's the case, then I'm on record. I've got Georgia going 9-3 and taking a step back this year. So we'll see what happens.
Texas, I think their schedule is certainly their best friend at Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Being far and away the toughest. But they're also at Ohio State. Not that that's in the conference, but I could see I could put Texas in there instead of Georgia or Alabama for that matter. But I like Alabama, Georgia. I'll change it. Alabama, Texas. You've talked me into it.
Okay. Hey, if Texas beats Ohio State, Katie, bar the door. They're probably going undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, woof. If they go in there and beat Georgia, that's going to tick off some barkers.
Yeah, they will not be happy. Probably you'll actually hear somebody say, I don't know what's happened to Kirby, but he better, you know, he better tighten up. But that's just kind of the way things go. All right, we're up against another break. We'll be back, and, hey, we'll turn the page. Auburn and Alabama. Start doing a preview of these guys.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Again, looking at the Auburn Tigers, the Alabama Crimson Tide, previewing these two teams. Obviously, we'll spend most of our time on them. I'll flip a coin. I'll let you. Which one do you want to start with?
We'll start with Auburn.
Okay. The Auburn Tigers, head coach Hugh Freeze in year 3. He has complained the first 2 years, and rightly so, about having, inherited a roster that was not real, on par with the elite of the SEC. I think that was fair to say. Don't think that's – I don't think that their roster is where Alabama's, Georgia's, and LSU's, even Texas A&M's right now. But they're close, and they're a whole lot closer than they used to be, and Texas. And I'm not even sure Texas is that. They were about 5th,
Anthony Hill,
if I remember.
Colin Simmons.
They got dudes.
Don't get Arch Manning's a good dude. They got dudes.
Yeah, no question. But, okay, I don't think that's an excuse this year. He's got a roster to compete, so it's going to come down to coaching and not beating yourself. Now, coming into the year, Auburn already, it seems like, got a little bad news. And look, this is, we talk about football, throw football, just the sport, out the window. Alex McPherson has got serious health issues. And
it's one of those things, he may just need to concentrate on something else.
Really.
Like, you worry about him, honestly.
I'm seriously worried, yes. He apparently now he's back losing weight, and he's had trouble keeping down food again.
Maybe it's a stress thing.
Perhaps it is. But that being said, also in the same breath they said, and by the way, you hit a 45 and 50-yarder in practice.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't quite know what to think. But when you've got Towns Magoo, who was, Mr. Super Kicker in high school at Auburn High School, and now, yes, he struggled last year kind of being thrown into the fire, but he has been lights out in practice too. I'm just saying that because last year a field goal, Auburn missed 10 field goals, and at least 8 of those would have either put Auburn ahead or extended a lead in a critical situation, and it was a miss. So a reliable field goal kicker can be the difference in 2 or 3 wins. And when you go in 5 and 7, that's a big deal. So we'll see. But that was really not the information. That was not the update that I wanted to hear. But anyway, Jackson Arnold. It's going to come down to Jackson Arnold, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think that it's – we talked with Jake Crane today, and he agrees that, quarterback's the most important position in sports. If you have a great quarterback, you can overcome a lot of deficiencies. If you have a bad quarterback, it just about doesn't matter what else you got.
Yeah.
And, there's the occasional exception to the rule, but it's for the most part, you got to have a QB. And, the reviews of Jackson Arnold in the fall camp had been rather mixed. You've heard, oh, man, he's just getting it all together. He's looking like a 5-star. And then you hear Hugh Freeze incredibly frustrated because he doesn't go through his progressions. And Hugh Freeze mentioned that in his press conference today. He's just not going through his progressions. And, that could be a problem. But he gets to go back to where it all started in Texas, where he played high school football when he was one of the top players in the country before he went to Oklahoma. So maybe that'll ignite something within him. I know this is a huge game for both Auburn and Baylor. Dave Aranda needs this just as badly as Hugh Freeze needs this. I don't think there's any doubt. And I think I don't know if Baylor's got the defense. Assuming Jackson Arnold is serviceable or better, I don't know if Baylor's got the defense to do anything about it. I think their offense will be able to do some things. But I was listening to somebody else talk about how Baylor just doesn't sack anybody. Like, they never get sacks.
Yeah, they struggled last year.
And so
less than, I think, a little more than 1 sack a game. I think.
Yeah, that's just not great. Now,
and what I heard the opposite of that was Baylor scrimmage, the last Baylor scrimmage, they said they only gave up, I think, 3 or 4 sacks, which was down from 10, the one before. So,
yeah, maybe
that sounds like something good for Auburn to take advantage of. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm picking Auburn to win this game, but I understand the spread, very small. But again, I think Dave Aranda needs this as badly, and so who knows? It's going to be probably they're bringing out the chrome helmets and some other funky design and blah blah blah.
Yeah, blackout. I hope they come into a funeral.
Yeah, in the end, all that doesn't matter.
No,
So.
Well, see that's what I'm looking for. That's what you want to see if you're Auburn. I mean, if Auburn is any good, we can split hairs. Maybe they'll win this game by a point by kicking a last-second field goal, and everybody will be happy. And it's a good win on the road regardless. But if you're any good at all, you'll go out there and beat them by double digits.
I agree with that.
I mean, I'm just saying if you're any good.
I agree.
Now, if you're not any good, then, we'll see. And it may not show up in this game, but it will later on. But if you want to know if Auburn's any good or not, you'll find out Friday night, I believe.
And then they've got a couple of cupcakes in Ball State and South Alabama. Then at Oklahoma, at Texas A&M. Right now, I'd predict Auburn to drop both of those games. I just feel like Oklahoma's going to be better. And they've got a great transfer quarterback, and they've also brought that offensive coordinator of that transfer quarterback. I think that's going to help with continuity. And I think Texas A&M is going to be pretty good. Georgia at home and Missouri at home and at Arkansas. I think it's going to be very important for Auburn to go at least 2-1 in that stretch.
Mm-hmm.
At Vandy, Mercer, and then Bama. I mean, I've got Auburn at 8-4. I could see 9-3. Some people have predicted 7-5. I saw somebody, Josh Pate, maybe predicted Auburn 7-5. And I have a heart. I'm going to tell you, if Auburn goes 7-5 and Auburn doesn't fire Hugh Freeze, Auburn deserves what they get. This is a schedule that you cannot go 7-5 on. 100%. I mean, I just look at this and I go, if it's any more than 4 losses, it's a fireable offense.
Well, that middle portion, bye to bye, if you don't go 4-1 during that,
yeah,
then I'm not sure why you bring back in at that point.
Yep.
You take your chances. I mean, you obviously going to beat Mercer, but and you'll get Alabama at home, but the Missouri at Arkansas, Kentucky at Vandy. I'm sorry. There's no excuse. You got to win those games.
And Missouri, the thing about them, the thing that makes them a little scary coming into Auburn is you're going to be coming off the Georgia game, which will be, even if Auburn comes in riding a 2-game losing streak, which is what I predict, then I think that place will still be rocking, Saturday night. Hadn't played Georgia at night at home in a long time. And so you've got the energy of that, and then you have a carryover next week against the Missouri squad that will have played. That's Missouri's first road game, but Missouri could be maybe just having 1 loss by the time they get there. I mean, this Missouri team could be very good. So I think that's a sneaky game, Missouri at home.
I think it could be. We'll see. Like you said, it depends. Auburn's got a lot of things going on. They're honoring Bo Jackson. They're retiring Cam Newton's jersey. They're there's one more thing. I can't remember.
Claiming a bunch of championships.
Well, I mean, obviously you're 9-time champion now. That'll go up on the stadium. So, hey, there's a lot to celebrate.
The line of thinking. We talked about this Saturday Sports Countdown. I said, how do you claim 1993? You say, well, we went undefeated, but we were on probation. We couldn't play in the SEC title game or a bowl game. But you want USC to give up 2004 because they went on probation.
I don't think we won.
Well, that was all the talk.
I mean, they've had that. We didn't take it away from them. The NCAA took it away from them. The championship.
Exactly. So it's vacated.
Right. So I mean, then Auburn's got a claim to it, as far as I'm concerned.
I know. And then you also want to claim 93, right?
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
I know. Because it doesn't matter. I told Brett this the other day. I said, I have no problem on earth saying 1941 is bogus and I hate it and I wish it would off. I tried to like it. I just can't do it. I don't buy it. I'm trying to make college football better. And what this trend has started is now you've already seen some people tweeting like, well, what about Missouri and USC in claiming 07 along with LSU? Why wouldn't Utah claim 2004? I mean, and I'm like, guys, we saw it on the field. I hate this split stuff. If there ever is a czar of college football, the first thing I'd do is go in there and say, every year you pick a champion, whoever you want it to be. I don't care who it is. Pick one. And like in 1990 that it was Georgia Tech and Colorado? Mm-hmm. Okay. I would say pick one of them. I know it's tough. I know it's hard, but that's why we're paying you the big bucks.
Well, look, I believe, now I'm not sure 100% about this, but I believe 1993 was one of the ones that the NCAA recognized that Auburn won.
But I believe. I know, but NCAA recognizes a bunch of BS, and that's why I'm saying I would fix that.
Okay.
I'm just saying I would.
You got no beef with Auburn fans. If
no,
that's
a beef. Yeah, that's.
Well, if the
because
NCAA did it, then that.
I look at it like, hey, this is so easily fixable. This really is, and I look at it. To me, it's a lot like
whether.
Hang on.
Look, you can bring up a czar. You can bring.
I know all that stuff's not happening.
You can do all that stuff, and somebody. What do you think they're going to take them down from the stadium? No.
I know, but I think it would define it more. I think I could live with that. I'd look at it like to me, it's like going back and saying, well, who was the guy? Oh gosh, Chuck Long. What if Chuck Long and Bo Jackson weirdly had like the closest Heisman race for a long time? I think until Toby Gerhart and Mark Ingram. But so if Chuck Long had snuck that out, and Chuck Long went on to really not be heard from, I think he was drafted by the Lions, it'd be like saying, well, we know Chuck Long would. Now that history has shown us, let's go back with Bo Jackson. But that happened. The Heisman happened. You know what do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's going.
I'm not sure how. I understand what you're saying.
I'm trying to, because I was trying to pick out. I'm trying to pick out one that would be, or Peyton Manning and Michigan's.
Yeah, there you go.
But you know who I'm talking about. Boy, my memory is. I'm losing it.
I know.
But and he went on to have a great career. He's in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But Peyton Manning's Peyton Manning. Hmm? And so it doesn't make sense to me still. Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson, thank you. But yeah, that I could see that would be a great comparison. If the NCAA said, "Oh, by the way, we think that we're going to grant Peyton Manning the Heisman. We're not going to give him a trophy, but we're going to put his name in the record."
Well, he did win. I think he did win the. What's the other award? You can win that is not the Heisman, but it's like up there. It's a big award. But the Heisman's the Heisman.
Unitas or
no. The Unitas is only for quarterbacks. It was like still Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And that's happened before, where one player wins that and another player wins the Heisman, and that's what I'm saying is like. I don't think anybody would care if Alabama put up 41, if Auburn put up 93, if we said, well, we know in 93, who was it? Florida State, right? Florida State won it in 93. We know Florida State won it. And I'd be like, I'm okay with that. If you want to, do this, it's like flying the banner for the other award whose name escapes me right now, Player of the Year versus the Heisman. You can claim that, that's fine, but the Heisman's a Heisman. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like. Let's have a definitive. Let's just make it happen. You can do it. I mean, I never understood it's things like the NBA. You say, well, if we had kept records, Oscar Robertson would have would be the all-time leader in triple doubles. I'm like, you have the records.
Yeah.
You just look at them, and you just didn't call them triple doubles then, but they're still triple doubles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand.
I never understood that. I never understood baseball saying, well, we're not going to count Barry Bonds or Mark McGuire's. They happened. You allowed them to happen, and they happened.
Again, all good points. I agree with all of them, but I still don't see how that is a comparison with what Auburn
I'm just saying.
I get it. Let's just go.
It's more of a rabbit hole of how to fix sports.
Okay, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back with some updates in the mayoral race right after this.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Main Street Family Care offers a wide array of services that allows them to treat many conditions, and they also offer primary care. In addition to these services, they also offer DOT physical exams, lab testing, sports physicals, and vaccines. They accept most major insurance plans, including Medicaid. Main Street Family Care open 7 days a week. Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, is looking for the next hometown hero. Hometown heroes could be first responders, public service workers, community leaders, pastors, community volunteers, or anyone who is making a difference in your hometown. Submit your nominations now online at myhscu.com. And if your nominee is selected, they will get a $100 Visa cash card and a certificate of appreciation from Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Illinois Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control, with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. Just some updates in the mayoral race and the city council election tonight. Jaden Tuck wins Council 5, District 5, over Scott Rodman.
God, it's already over?
The council is, apparently. Kenny Waldrop win. That's not. That can't be right. What? Kelly.
There's somewhere Kenny Waldrop's like, I wasn't even running.
Kelly Waldrop.
You almost loved me.
Kelly Waldrop. It says Kenny Waldron.
Kenny Waldron. We got bad news for you, Kenny. That was
the
like, shortest celebration speech ever.
That's odd. Kelly Waldrop wins District 4 over Frank Tapley and Michael Ponder. Bobby Tapley wins District 1 over Ethan Forbus. 4 precincts reporting, 2 to go. Woody Baird, 1,201 votes. Mike Densmore, 810 votes.
Wow, that's already a big gap, though.
Buffy Colvin, 624 votes. 624 votes. So 1,201 for Baird, 810 for Densmore.
Wow.
624 for Colvin. That's with 4 Precincts reporting, only 2 to go.
You know, if you had run this race, or if you had to predict this race based only on yard signs, who would you have said?
I would have said Dinsmore by about 100,000.
Yeah, I swear, I the same thing. Like, again, I don't live here anymore. I mean, I work here all the time, but I don't live here anymore, so I'm not as in tune with things. But
I mean, big signs, not
you know,
just little.
where I used to live on Ridgeway, I would ride through, and I mean, Dinsmore all through there, and you know, then I'd drive through a couple other places, just seeing what's out there, and it just seemed like you had more signs. It doesn't mean that more signs means better, but I'm just saying, if you had asked me to predict, I would have predicted Dinsmore.
Yeah,
based on that alone.
So there you go. One more time, Bear 1201. Dinsmore 810, Buffy Colvin 624. That is with 4 precincts reporting, 2 to go. Jaden Tuck, Kelly Waldrop, and Bobby Tapley winning District 1, District 4, and District 5. The other 3 still outstanding. All right, Luke, let's turn our attention. I tell you what, we're behind. Let's go ahead and take another break. We'll come back and we'll take a look at the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Glory's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. Again, some election results filtering in. We will get you those whenever we can. As the last check, Woody Baird was up 1201, Dinsmore 810, and Colvin 624 with 4 precincts reporting. All right, we are kind of finishing up, finally. It's been a long, strange journey. But we are finishing up our SEC preview, and not a moment too soon, as games get underway this weekend. But Alabama, Kalen DeBoer, year number 2, change offensive coordinators, bring in Ryan Grubb.
Yeah.
His former pal at Washington. Alabama opening up with Florida State on the road. Florida State, I don't know what to expect from Florida State. I mean,
don't think anybody does.
I know they got Gustav.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah. You know, I wonder.
He's got to think about Alabama.
He does, but it's mostly a thing for Nick Saban, I think.
I think that's probably true.
So, you know, Florida State, I fluctuate on this one. I think Alabama's going to win, but they could be really good. They bring in a bunch of transfers. But Thomas Castellanos running his mouth. It was funny. He was just like, hey, they don't have Nick Saban to save him anymore. And then he sees, I think it was Isaiah Horton at some camp. And he's like, you know, I was just saying that to fire my team up. And, like, they caught it on camera. I'm not saying verbatim, but that's essentially what he said. And then he's come back at ACC Media Days and said
Is that the quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not ACC Media Days, maybe at a press conference recently.
Was he at Boston College?
He's like, I just don't think that – yeah, he's like, I don't think they can stop me. And I'm like, you know they replaced you at Boston College, right? I mean, okay. So – but it's going to be – it's interesting because if Alabama wins, then everybody will say, you know, you should have kept your mouth shut. But if he wins, it's going to be – the demise of Alabama is going to be much discussed.
I can imagine that will be – if Alabama loses that game, could we be talking about the biggest live audience ever for Locked On Bama?
Oh, yeah. Well, what's funny is I've got to find out a way to do a show right after because I'm going to the game.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm going to do it. We got to figure it out. But the live shows get a lot of traction, especially if it's a big win or a big loss.
Well, they keep saying the best live reaction show to an Auburn game we ever did was me on the tram.
Yeah. To which one?
Me on the bus. I think it was the Vandy game.
Yeah.
But that
well, Vandy was ours too. I mean, I looked the other day, the rant I went on. I didn't mean for this to happen. I was just legitimately like, and it was funny because I looked disheveled myself in this. My hair was messed up.
Yeah.
We had lost to Vanderbilt. My hair was messed up. I hadn't shaved. I mean, I looked tired because I was disappointed and I was upset.
You hated his shirt.
I hated his shirt, and I went off on a rant about his shirt. And I was like, this you can't do that. Just look like a jackass. And that has like almost 1 million views on TikTok now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, and I was like, I didn't really, and there were plenty of people who were like, oh, what are you talking about? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't coach Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm dressed nicer than he was then, right now, and I'm just on a show talking about local elections occasionally.
I have to pay for my shirts. They give them free.
They gave him that one for free. But I think and I went back because I went down a rabbit hole on that about a month ago, and like I didn't know how many other articles there were about Kalen DeBoer got the message about his attire, and so I don't think he's worn some crap like that since. Which is, let's see, he might come out with no shirt for.
He may come out with a tie on.
Yeah, and no shirt.
Now that would be something. Okay, so. Louisiana Monroe week 2, no problem. Wisconsin coming in to Tuscaloosa. Wisconsin again. Luke Fickell, I think year 2, right?
Yeah, they got boy. I should pull it up, but Wisconsin's schedule is just like, oh my God, what did Wisconsin do to you? It's tough.
It's a nice 11 o'clock in the morning there.
11 o'clock.
Cup of coffee with Wisconsin. Cup of coffee and some cheese.
And I'm excited about that game. I think it'll be fun. Here's. I don't want to get off on too much of a tangent, but so because of the 9-game SEC schedule, and I told you this would happen, Alabama and West Virginia canceled their series and I know nobody's ever said this in the history of saying things, but I was looking forward to going to Morgantown next year. And so
who doesn't like to burn a couch?
What's going to happen is Alabama's going to play Florida State next year, and they've already replaced West Virginia with East Carolina. And then the next year they got Ohio State, and they'll keep Ohio State, but they were supposed to have the return game with West Virginia. That's going to be gone. And then the next year they were going to have Ohio State and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State will be next on the chopping block. And again, I love Alabama playing Ohio State, and I love them playing Florida State, and they'll keep Notre Dame and do all that. But I was looking forward to 2 Power 5 schools or Power 4 schools that aren't SEC. I mean, I know it's just something we have to sacrifice when you go to a 9-game SEC schedule. There's no other way to do it. It's coaching suicide to play 11 Power 4 schools. And I'm thankful Alabama's canceling them. I get it. I just feel like, that's the price we pay for going to the non-conference games.
Do you think Alabama will get LSU, Auburn, and Tennessee? There's a lot of talk about that.
I know. I've already said that would be as criminal as you can do it. It just doesn't make sense. It would be far and away the hardest trio anybody has to play. And I think if we're going to try and do schedule balancing and we're going to try and make it as equitable as possible, you do Alabama and Auburn, there's no doubt. Tennessee, I'd say no doubt, but, I can see where some people are like, I could sacrifice Tennessee. I'm saying no doubt. And then I say Alabama, Mississippi State, and the reason I say that, Alabama's played Mississippi State, I think, more than they played those other 2 teams. I think. I need to go look at that. But and they're the closest 2 teams geographically. So if you look at who, let's say LSU was going to get, it was going to be something like Ole Miss and Arkansas and A&M or something. I'm like, yeah, they get Arkansas. That's fine. Ole Miss, middling. Arkansas, terrible, and Texas A&M, pretty good upper echelon, and that's why it looked like Auburn, pretty good upper echelon, Tennessee, all really in that same category. And so there's no way you can give them LSU too. That's 3 of the top 6 programs. Well, I guess with Oklahoma and Texas in here, maybe 3 of the top 8 programs in this conference. And I don't think you should do that to any team. I mean any team. Now you may say, well, Vandy's got no choice, but I think you give Vandy, Kentucky, and you give them who? South Carolina? Because here's the other thing. Tennessee's getting Vandy.
A lot of people said Auburn was going to get Vandy.
I know Auburn
heard
gets
that. I don't know where that
I know
keeps
Auburn
coming
gets
from,
Bama and Georgia. But I would like to see the other one be somebody brought up South Carolina. I was like, I could buy that.
Judging by the last 15 years, having to play Alabama and Georgia every year, it doesn't matter who the third team is. Yeah. That's the 3 hardest teams.
Yeah,
you can play.
But again, with no Nick Saban anymore, and now NIL and transfers and everything else, I think you can do your best to try and make this even across the board. And I guess some people would say it doesn't matter that much because you're going to play everybody anyway with 9 games. But those 3, Auburn, Tennessee, and Alabama, they just upped Josh Heupel, by the way, till I think 2032 or something like that. Tennessee did. So that'd be out of bounds, especially when you consider Georgia's probably going to get, I would guess, Florida, Auburn, and then for Georgia, I would probably say South Carolina would be a good one. They used to have a great.
They
rivalry.
may get Vandy if that. If you get Florida and Auburn, so you want to have one lesser than if you can.
I think
it's possible.
You divide it into 2 tiers. You have the top 8 and the bottom 8. I don't think anybody from either side should play 3 of the top 8. I think that's
I agree with that.
And I don't care if ESPN's paying more. I know ESPN will be like, Alabama, LSU is rated as gold.
However, you say that, Auburn's in the bottom 8 right now.
No. I'm talking about all time, though.
Well, what does all time matter? Who cares? What
I think
what have you done in the last 5 years?
Well, Auburn's one of the 8 SEC teams that's won a national championship in the last 30 years.
This argument, people are thinking, I don't understand how this argument is happening. Luke is arguing, and Andy's arguing Auburn down.
I know.
But I'm saying that is a fact of the matter right now.
Well, what I would say normally is Auburn was probably the 5th or 6th best team in the SEC until Texas, Oklahoma got in, and it bumped them down 2 spots because Texas and Oklahoma are going to be in the top 4 of SEC teams now probably. maybe top 5, but probably top 4. So, and I know they have no SEC championships to stand on.
Well, Texas and Auburn got the same amount of national titles. It's in the last 40 years. I'm talking about.
You're talking about real ones with hardware.
I'm talking about,
not just flags over the stadium.
Yeah.
But again, Texas gets, and I hate to say
Texas
this.
is the most overrated team in college football.
I'm not a Texas apologist. I don't love Texas. At the same time, I recognize they've got more resources than everybody, which means they should be better than everybody, 100%. But you just can't count them out because eventually somebody with a bunch of oil is going to buy somebody that's going to make a difference, Yeah. So I don't know how many years. I would say Texas had some lean times in there, but Auburn's had 4 straight non-winning seasons, or is it 4 straight losing seasons?
4 straight losing.
Okay, 4 straight losing seasons. I don't know that Texas has done that though.
They had some pretty bad years.
They had some lean years.
Before Mac Brown got there, but. Anyway, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of Sports Blitz Live right after these messages.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family-driven.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City. Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Only about 40 more minutes left in tonight's show. Give us a call, 256-234-6221. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Boy, they must be counting those last 2 precincts over and over again.
It gets tight.
But so
you got some hanging chads out
we
there?
must have. All right, here's a couple of things. One about Auburn, one about Alabama. You are, to your credit, a big-time recruitnik, as they say. You keep telling me that this matters.
It does.
This matters.
Okay.
Okay. So, Auburn has on their roster, as we speak, 3 5-star athletes, 43 4-star athletes, and I think 37 3-star athletes.
Okay.
Baylor has 0 5-star athletes, 14 4-star athletes, 73 3-star athletes.
Okay.
That is not even comparable when you look at those. If you just looked at those two on paper, you say,
yeah,
this is not Auburn is far and away more talented. And before you even say, the vast majority of those 43 4-stars and 3 5-stars will be in the 2 deep playing rotation.
Agreed. Now, refresh my memory somewhat. Cam Coleman would be a 5-star. Jackson Arnold was a 5-star, and who was the other one?
Deuce Knight.
Deuce Knight. All right. Number one, Deuce Knight, take him out of the equation. Not going to be a factor.
Well, according to Hugh Freeze, he might play.
I know, but come on. Number two, Jackson Arnold was a 5-star. There's no doubt. And I do think it still matters. He may still prove to be a 5-star. He may come through. Right now, he has played more like a 3-star.
He did.
At Oklahoma.
His coach said it wasn't his fault.
Let's also say, I mean, again, not trying to pick on the kid, just saying he was benched.
No question.
For a true freshman, right?
Yes.
So,
and then reappeared after that.
And then reappeared. And even though he gets all this credit in the world for the Alabama game, it wasn't like he just lit the world on fire. He was fine. It was more Alabama's offense was so inept and also gave Oklahoma points that you couldn't screw it up. And Jalen Milroe just had a moment. But so, and Cam Coleman, I think, legit 5-star. I would also, to be devil's advocate of my own argument, I would say you could probably label some guys. I would have said maybe Eric Singleton, whatever he was ranked now, he's more of a 5-star, but he may not play and he's banged up, so I don't think that'll count. And the other thing I would throw in there, I go back to my original argument. You got to have a quarterback. If Jackson Arnold plays like a 4-star, then I think you will see that talent differential mean a lot. If Jackson Arnold doesn't play any better than he played at Oklahoma, all the other stuff's not going to matter as much. You're going to have some Auburn, a defensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown, or just keep Baylor completely locked down on defense. Now, that may come into play. But that's not where any of Auburn's 5-stars are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think – and, again, Baylor has a good quarterback that is experienced, that somebody on ESPN or CBS or something picked him to win the Heisman. I don't see that. But I'm just saying he's not a nobody. He's certainly more accomplished than Jackson Arnold. Again, it may not matter. Jackson Arnold the light may come on for him, whatever, because it certainly could. However, I think that's the one thing that I'm saying, the argument about the talent differential, I still think it matters. 100%, I'll never not think it matters. But if their talent differential is, if there's also a big gap in the two quarterbacks, that can be the great equalizer.
Now, as you said, one position can make the biggest difference, and that's at quarterback. Certainly, people would look at Sawyer Robinson. He threw for over 3,000 yards last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in Jackson Arnold's defense, the Oklahoma offensive line might as well have just put 5 sacks of potatoes out there.
Yeah.
They weren't good.
They
were horrendous.
And
it's not that they were bad. They were horrendous.
And he didn't have his wide receivers.
They were literally one of the worst in the country. So there is no possible way. Now, I got no idea whether he will play like a 4-star, he will play like a 5-star, or he'll play like a 3-star. That's one of the mysteries that I'm looking forward to seeing revealed. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt and say that I'm not going to base anything on what I saw last year because he just never had a chance. So that's the biggest. Again, I come down to I'm right back to where I said the same thing when we started the conversation. It comes down to Jackson Arnold and how he plays. If he plays just competently, doesn't turn the ball over, and can make throws, then the rosters are not that comparable.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more, and that's why I said I like Auburn to win this game.
Okay.
I told you during one of the breaks, Peter Burns with the SEC Network said nothing would surprise me on Friday night. Auburn in a blowout, Baylor in a blowout, 9 overtimes or over very quickly. What else? He said some other stuff that was just nutty, but he's like, this game is going to be wild. And I think it could be wild too, but I think it's going to be wild mostly in Auburn's favor. And again, Jackson Arnold doesn't have to be the best quarterback in the league to beat Baylor. He has to be better than whatever he was last year. And that's about, if he's better than last year by almost any margin, I think Auburn wins this game by 10 points.
All right, we got some election results here. Districts 2 and 3 are being a little slow, so still those are outstanding. However, I do have one correction. District 4, there will actually
Kenny Walden won?
There will actually be a runoff between Kelly Waldrop and Kenny Waldrop. No, I'm kidding. Between Kelly Waldrop and Frank Tapley. So Waldrop and Tapley will have a runoff for District 4. District 6, there's a runoff with Mike Lucas and Brett Phillips. Bill Young wins District 2 over Cynthia Edwards. Julie Gorey wins District 3 over Freddie Brooks. All districts reporting Woody Baird, 1,482 votes. Mike Dinsmore, 1,086 votes. Buffy Colvin, 1,001 votes. There will be a runoff between Baird and Dinsmore, and I believe that will be May 4th. May 4th.
Why is it so long?
I don't know. It says May 4th will be the runoff. Surely, will we wait that long?
Which candidate do you think would come out with like the Star Wars attire for May the 4th be with you? That's what I want to see.
There will not be a.
Please, one of y'all do that. You'll get my vote.
That I was going to say.
But
you can. You'll be one of the absentee votes. All right, we got to take a break, but we'll be back with more right after this.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. With 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best in zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
Call Dixie and it's done.
Alex City and west side of the lake. It's time to celebrate because the all-new Lake Martin Pizza is open with the area's best pizza, and it's just down Highway 63 South in our town. Lake Martin Pizza of Highway 63 has a huge outdoor seating area with enclosed heated comfort, a full bar with cold beer, wine, and full spirit selection with family ownership and fun for the whole family. Dine in or pick up. It's just a short drive to our town and is hands down the area's best pizza. Like us on Facebook to see upcoming live entertainment and watch sports on our 360 wraparound TVs. Rejoice! Lake Martin Pizza on Highway 63 is ready for you.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. For any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Just a correction. I read it wrong. I think he was saying there may be 4 runoffs. May be 4. It just said May 4 runoffs. So I'm trying to interpret.
That didn't make sense.
I'm trying to interpret, but it said 4 and in capital MAY. Runoffs. So I'm thinking, well, maybe that just meant 4 runoffs. So I don't. I'm thinking that's what that makes no sense that it would be.
What was that? We need Nick Cage and Wind Talkers to come.
This is true. All right, I think we got a phone call. Let's go to it.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, Luke.
Yay. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Luke.
Yes, sir.
I agree with you on the recruiting. 5 stars and stuff like that.
Okay. Listen to the phone, not your TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's what, he was talking about Baylor and 3 stars and 4 stars. It's what you get out of them and what you see in them, and everything. So,
well, let me counter that by saying if you look at the last, 20 national champions, you will find that probably all 20 finished somewhere in the top 8 to 10 of recruiting rankings every single time.
Well, I agree with that. But your coaching has to come in there and get it out of them.
No question.
There's no question about that. It's not a cut and dried formula. I'm just saying that if you show me a team that's more talented than another team, more often than not, the more talented team is going to win, assuming the coach isn't a buffoon, assuming that the quarterback, has no arms, whatever. I mean, I'm just saying that.
I don't know why you'd recruit.
Well, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Listen, on Alabama and Florida State.
Yes, sir.
Florida State, anytime you go and play away on their field, you're down 7 points automatically. So Alabama's got to come out there and put a whooping on their butts.
Yeah, and Alabama certainly didn't fare too well on the road last year. They were 3-4, I think, or maybe 3-5 on the road last year, and then they lose the game on the bowl game, which was a neutral site. But look, and that's why we talked about this on the Locked On Bama podcast today. Jimmy Stein and I, would you rather have the ball first or kick off first? And we both agreed we'd rather get the ball, maybe try and have a methodical, bit of a time-consuming, energy-draining drive, and get on the board first, and then make Florida State play catch-up, because I think it's going to be a lot different if Thomas Castellanos has to play catch-up versus, hey, he gets to play with a lead. I think it makes a huge difference for a quarterback like him.
No, I agree with you, and I appreciate y'all talking to me.
Hey, no problem. You call us anytime. Thank you, bud. Glad to have a caller. But, so we talked about this, Thomas Castellanos, again, running his mouth a little bit. some people are just up in arms about it. I'm not. I think all that stuff sort of works itself out. I don't like it. I never like it when some people love trash talk. I hate trash talk. I'm like, it's just so disrespectful generally. Nobody ever trash talk like in a respectful manner. That's why it's called trash talk.
Yeah.
So I think you look at Castellanos, he's well known for, probably more known for his feet than he is his arms. And Gus Malzahn, a quarterback that a lot of people say, hey, he loves a running quarterback. He certainly does, especially when said running quarterback is Nick Marshall or Cam Newton. Yeah, everybody loves those guys. Yeah. When Gus had other people, they weren't quite as good. Shocking.
Well, yeah, Sean White, not
as good.
Not as good.
And now, here's the thing. Nick Marshall, while he was certainly not the most proficient passer we've ever seen, I think Auburn caught so many people off guard that year because initially the joke was, wait, they got a defensive back playing quarterback.
Yeah.
And then the offense just caught so many people off kilter that year. And then the next year it came back down to earth a little bit, even with Nick Marshall returning and some other things like that. So
it didn't come that far. It was still generating.
Well, what was their record?
Over 450. I'm just saying the offense in particular. They ended up, let's see.
Lost to A&M, lost to Bama.
Yeah, I think they ended up going 8-5.
Lost to Georgia. So, but I mean, 8-5, coming off a national championship season is
I'm just
a big
talking about
comeback.
the offense in general.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the overall record. The offense was still generating a lot. We just couldn't stop anybody to do anything.
Well, I think that's also in that part of the problem when you've got an offense. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going against that offense in practice. And anywho, point being that Cam Newton's Cam Newton, take him out of the equation. And Nick Marshall was sort of a different animal, especially that first year. So I don't think anybody's going to mistake Thomas Castellanos for Nick Marshall, bottom line.
If they do, they're blind.
Yeah. So I'd also say that Auburn probably had more weapons than this particular Florida State team. I think Florida State has a bunch of talent on this team. If you were to do I don't know if you do the star ranking thing on Florida State, I bet it's not bad. But you do have to look a little deeper sometimes with this and go, okay, a lot of these guys are transfers. I mean, their quarterbacks transfer, their running backs. I think every one of their running backs is a transfer except that Osamain Crowbar, who Auburn really wanted last year. He signed with Florida State.
Yeah.
And everybody was telling me, we talked about Roydell Williams on the podcast because he's still at Florida State. Unbelievably. Roydell Williams, who was at Alabama, is now in his second year at Florida State. It's crazy, right?
Wasn't he at like 4 years at Alabama?
I mean, a long time at Alabama. Well, anyway, he's still there. And we were talking about him, and anybody said, well, that Chroma kid is going to pass him up so quick. And the depth chart comes out, and Chroma is like on the fourth string. So he actually says Roydell Williams is going to start. They got Gavin Sawchuk.
We never really wanted him.
Yeah, no. That's how it goes. Gavin Sawchuk comes over from Oklahoma. He's a good player. A lot of their offensive lines transfers, a lot of their defense all over the place is transfers, and I think that's a chemistry thing. So while, I love looking at the talent, I do, and I think it normally does speak for itself, but there are some things in there there's some caveats.
All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. Just a couple of more segments left.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now, let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now, they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's, Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
Illinois Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillby Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillby Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
At At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dadeville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Only a couple of more segments left in tonight's show. Again, some high-level games going to be starting Thursday, ending on Monday. So a fun-filled long weekend, and Labor Day included there. Take Monday off if you get the chance.
Go ahead and take Tuesday.
Why not? Okay, so SEC games, a lot of games. Central Arkansas at Missouri. Mississippi State.
And by the way, Missouri has come out and said they're going to split time between the 2 quarterbacks. Bo Pribula, which sounds like a star in Battlestar Galactica. Like we've got to go catch the Klingons or whatever. They're over there at Bo Pribula, whatever they were.
Klingons, man, come on. Mississippi State at Southern Miss. That's not a bad game.
No, I'm going to tell you what.
Mississippi State.
Let me tell you what. If Mississippi State were to lose that game,
yeah, not going to be good for Mr. I don't even know what his name
Kelly?
is. Isn't it? No, it's not.
It's what's Lebby?
Lebby.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Kelly.
much.
Kenny Waldron.
I think he won at Lacey. He could always fall back on his mayoral or district duties. Toledo at Kentucky. Marshall.
Let me stop you there.
Okay.
Because Jake Crane said today to us that
Toledo's a thing.
He said, go ahead and get you some Toledo. And he said, my brother has predicted Toledo to make the playoffs out of the group of 5 situation. I said, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, you'd check your brother's blood pressure. But
or alcohol level.
Yeah, or something. And I said, but he said, look, and he and I both agree on this, Kentucky mailing it in.
Oh, yeah.
Mailing it in.
Named Zach Calzada, the quarterback, I think, yesterday.
That is the universal sign for we give up. That is Zach Calzada is a human white flag.
I suppose raising the white flag is Kentucky. Marshall at Georgia.
Nah.
Alabama A&M at Arkansas. Well, they got to play somebody. Alabama A&M.
And you know what? Good for Arkansas.
Yeah.
They play Notre Dame this year, too. I'm not going to fall. If you play Alabama A&M and you play Notre Dame, I'm fine. I don't know why anybody has a fit over that.
They're going to – I have no problem with it. That's going to probably fund Alabama A&M's whole year of athletics. So good for them. Illinois State at Oklahoma. Long Island University at Florida.
God, come on. Now,
I mean, really.
All right, look. I'm not – Florida, you don't have to play somebody in the state. We've already been through this. But you don't have to bring somebody from Long freaking Island.
LIU. UTSA.
Maybe they're coming down to see some relatives that have retired in that area.
They may stay. UTSA at Texas A&M. That's not terrible, but
it's not terrible.
Watch out for the Roadrunners. Charleston Southern at Vandy and Georgia State at Ole Miss. All right, Luke, here we go. First predictions of the year. Boise is at South Florida. Tricky.
South Florida with upset.
Boise, a 5.5 point.
South Florida with upset. I'm calling it now.
All right, I hear you. Number 25, Boise, that is.
Not no mo.
Oddly enough, 4:30 in the afternoon on a Thursday.
Good Lord.
That is weird. That is weird.
That's the Zach Calzada of kickoff time.
That is weird. All right, on Friday, we got Georgia Tech, a 4.5 point favorite, on the road at Colorado.
Georgia Tech all day. I really like this team. I like this coach. I know prime time, and I think Juju Lewis is – no, the transfer. They got a transfer that's going to start from
I was going to say
from Liberty.
It would be totally and completely
Brent Key.
acceptable to see Juju Lewis go out and throw for 500 yards. And think, well, he could have been off.
Brent Key is the coach at Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
I love him.
I like that guy.
I love what they're doing.
Isn't King back?
Haynes
Isn't
King's
the King
back. Yep.
Yeah.
And again,
I think it's his 7th year.
Seltzer, Steltzer, or something. He was whatever his name is.
From
He was
CNN?
at Liberty. No, he was at Liberty. The coach, the quarterback at Liberty. He's transferred into Colorado, and he won the starting job. And look, I just the whole Dion thing. I still think it's cool, and there's a lot of pizzazz around it. But I need to see some
jazz hands.
I need to see some substance.
All right, Syracuse and Tennessee in Atlanta. The Volunteers are a 13.5 point favorite.
I was going to be cool today. I had Drake Crane on, this famous guy, and I was like, hey, watch out for Syracuse, Tennessee. He goes, no, Tennessee's going to bury him. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just stay over here and be real quiet then. I thought Syracuse – I like Frank Brown.
I'm not sure Tennessee covers. Watch out.
Yeah, and the thing about Tennessee and where he convinced me I was wrong is he said, look, it's all about the line of scrimmage, and Tennessee's got dudes on the line of scrimmage. Syracuse got no dudes on the line of scrimmage, and that's what it's going to come down to. The quarterback thing is what bothers me about Tennessee. I just don't they ended up naming the transfer from UCLA. They got a quarterback and 2 draft picks. Yeah, Joey Aguilar. And so I'm going with Tennessee, but not by as much as.
Well, if it makes you feel a little bit better, your boy Jake Crane picked Kansas State to be in the playoff.
Yes, that does make me feel better.
He don't know it all.
Yeah.
About now they could still come back. You never know, but they didn't look like a playoff team by all means. Number 9 LSU is at number 4 Clemson on Saturday, 6:30 on ABC.
I think Clemson wins. I mean, I don't want to play Dabo then. I think Clemson wins, and that's going to be a mark for the ACC over the SEC. But hopefully Alabama can, even it up.
And then the capper, which is actually at 11 o'clock in the morning, number 1 Texas at number 3 Ohio State. Boy, you just don't get matchups like this a lot to start a season.
I've got to go with Ohio State because they're at home. I can see Texas is winning this. Ohio State starting a new quarterback in Julian Sayin, who was at Alabama. The difference comes down to Jeremiah. I think they might have the best 2 players in the country, Jeremiah Smith on offense and Caleb Downs on defense. My kingdom for Caleb Downs last year at Alabama. God, that would have made a difference. But is what it say la vie.
Sunday, Virginia Tech and South Carolina. Number 13 South Carolina is an 8-point favorite.
I can't remember Virginia Tech's coach's name, but I know he's in some trouble. He needs to do something. It ain't going to be today. It's going to be South Kakalaki.
And then the nightcap, Notre Dame, the number 6 team, is a 2.5-point favorite at number 10 Miami.
Wow. If you're Mario Cristobal, this is one you got to feel like you got to have, because they don't have they've got an ACC schedule, and I don't think Clemson's on it. So they don't have a lot of other opportunities to show we're good. And any other loss means you're bad. So, boy, they don't play Florida this year, do they? Or do they?
Miami?
Yeah.
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
At home.
I still think Miami's got to have this one.
I would agree. I think
Miami's got to have it. I'm going to pick Notre Dame because I like Miami less than I like Notre Dame.
All right, and then Monday, TCU is a 3-point favorite at North Carolina.
I'm going to tell you something. There was another national show this morning that was talking about they went to see Bill Belichick, one of his practices. And they kind of thought this is going to be such a disaster. It's going to be a joke. And they were like, we were really impressed. The organization.
Did you really think he's just going to come? That's not in the man's DNA to have,
Well, I didn't know it was in the man's DNA to get a 24-year-old girlfriend. And more power to him. She is gorgeous. But she was also trying to run some of the show, which was weird. And I think
ain't heard her name since.
No, and I think that somebody got a hold of her, or maybe he's kicked her to the curb. I don't know. I doubt it.
All right, when we come back, Auburn and Alabama.
She's still got a little tread on the tire.
That's true. We'll predict Auburn and Alabama and their matchups. Don't go anywhere. One final segment on the way right after this.
If you're tired of the same old, and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City.
Russell Medical Total Fitness is ready. Are you? Do you have arthritis? They can help. Pilates are for everyone. Ask them about the Silver Sneakers program. Get moving in a class now, or if you prefer, personal training on land and water are available. They have invested in new equipment for you. Invest in yourself with a dedicated and knowledgeable staff. Call today, 256-329-7623.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that contain any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Main Street Family Urgent Care.
Main Street Family Care offers a wide array of services that allows them to treat many conditions, and they also offer primary care. In addition to these services, they also offer DOT physical exams, lab testing, sports physicals, and vaccines. They accept most major insurance plans, including Medicaid. Main Street Family Care opens 7 days a week.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
Zaxby's birthday cake milkshakes are back. Just in time for Zaxby's 35th birthday, so they're gifting you half-off handcrafted milkshakes. Happy birthday to us all. Zaxby's handcrafted milkshakes. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you, closing things out. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Just one final recap. In the mayor's race tonight in Alexander City, Woody Baird with 1,482 votes, Mike Dinsmore with 1,086 votes, and Buffy Colvin with 1,001 votes. There will be a runoff with Baird and Dinsmore coming up soon. Julie Gorey wins District 3. Bill Young wins District 2. District 4, there will be a runoff with Kenny or Kelly Waldrop, depending on it's twin brothers. But, no, I'm kidding. And Frank Tapley. And then District 6 will be a runoff with Mike Lucas and Brett Phillips. Jaden Tuck won Council 5, and Bobby Tapley won District 1. So, we'll see. I don't know exactly when the runoff will be, but imminently, I'm sure.
I feel quite certain it won't be
May 4th, but it may be for May. All right, Alabama, the number 8 team in the country, a 13.5-point favorite at Florida State. They no longer have the fire coming out of the top of the stadium, but it still is an intimidating place. Does Alabama cover?
I'm going to say yes, cautiously. I'm going to say 34-17 Alabama. I feel good about this squad right now. I mean, look, my whole attitude may change come Saturday night, though.
Well, again, I think a large portion of it is Ty Simpson.
I think, yeah. And
how
look,
does he play? How does he handle it?
I don't have like an unreasonable amount of optimism or faith in Ty Simpson. I have a very reasonable amount of optimism and faith in Ty Simpson. I'm not sitting here saying, hey, this is a dark horse Heisman candidate. None of that. I got to see a pass completed to somebody in our jerseys a few times.
That'll help. Auburn is a 2.5-point favorite at Baylor, 7 o'clock on Friday night on the Fox Network.
You know, I'm going to say Auburn wins this 31-24. I think it could actually be worse. In the end, I think talent's going to win out. It all depends on Jackson Arnold. I think Baylor's quarterback will get some things done. I do. But I just don't know if Baylor's defense is going to be able to hold up. They have some holes in their secondary. I think safety is out. They've got some problems, some injury problems. I think this could be a close game, and then Auburn takes like a 2-score lead, and each time Baylor gets close, Auburn extends it again. So I'll go 31-24 Auburn.
Yeah, I'll save my prediction for a little bit later in the week on the Auburn Blitz, but I'm going. I hope that Auburn wins by double digits, but
you didn't give an Alabama prediction.
I will say Alabama 27, Florida State 10.
I'll take it. Give it to me right now.
Now, I know who knows what to expect from Florida State, but I think both of them could be entertaining for a half for sure. And I'm just looking forward to some college football for sure. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's Luke Robinson. I'm Andy Graham. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen-printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Summertime is a special time. Time on the water, time away from work, and more time with family and friends. Make sure your heart is ready for the season with an appointment at the UAV Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sutherland, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.